want to come up and show everyone? Mark became so bulky because he has to lean over the railings. Good job.
Thanks, mate. Okay, so the initial sanding and scraping is done, and it looks alright. But after you start one thing, then you start looking at all the other things that aren't perfect, and then it just becomes a never-ending thing. So I'm doing this toe rail and I'm looking at all the other paintwork and I'm thinking, oh my god. And then I started looking at the hull, and we have these kind of little tiny scratches. So this is a particularly bad part of the hull. Here I actually started wet sanding it, and then I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. So then I looked online. It just looks like it needs a wax and it'll be alright, but it looks like I've made it a bit worse. This is the worst part. Very, very thin scratches. That's where I just started wet sanding as well. A lot of that's just residue that's on the top. It just needs a good wash. And then obviously we have things like these scuff marks. So me and Nadiana are now going out. I'm going to look at getting some really fine sandpaper, hopefully some polish, and a piece of wood that's going to go to mount the heater. So if you look here at the flooded French Colosseum, there's a stage which you can access from the pontoon. So me and Nadiana are thinking of setting up the keyboard and the guitar and having a gig and playing to the crowds of Nogent. Now this is the shop that we've been looking for a long time. Back to the jobs board. DIY jobs. Not done. Not done. Can't do. Not done. Not done. So the time has come to varnish the toe rail or apply worktop oil to the toe rail. This is the magical llama pillow, and when you uncover the magical llama pillow / cushion, it reveals this. This is where all the varnishes are, and the white spirit and all that rubbish. So what we're gonna use?
Who's gonna go out to see some sun today?
Howden's solid wood worktop oil. That's what we're gonna use. What do you mean, who's gonna go out and see some sun today?
Yeah, like which one of them is
Oh, right. Which one of you is going to finally leave your little crevice? Speedboat. The fastest swan in the world. Woo! Nadiana's listening to some grunge and doing her cushions.
What does grunge mean?
It's a genre of music. So I've put the first coat on, and it's 3 hours until you put the next coat on. So in the meantime, Nadiana's reading the back of that rice box. Have you found anything interesting about rice?
Yeah. So it says here, you cook the rice in a little plastic sachet.
For a Chinese person, cooking rice in a plastic sachet is very, very strange indeed.
No, it's not for Chinese person. It doesn't
Pull the
make
box
sense.
down!
Ha!
Ooh,
Oh, I didn't get it.
Alright, no worries. Alright, what?
Who is the pancake master?
Me.
Nice.
There we go. Beautiful. Just put the second coat on. So for this terribly conditioned hull, I've been speaking to my dad, and I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos, and I've ordered about €50 worth of stuff. cutting compound, sandpaper and polish to try and restore some of this nasty looking hull. A great thing about YouTube is it doesn't show up all these little faults and problems. The boat just looks like a nice blue hull and you don't see it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Things always look better on video and in pictures. So much more wood to do, so this TOERAIL is literally only the beginning. Time to clean all that stuff up.
I can't look at it. Are you okay? His finger got trapped into the life raft.
The life raft got stuck on the gear and I went to pull it off and then got my fingers trapped. It's fine.
Are you sure? Mark has been really amazing this season. Look what he has done in less than 10 minutes. Cleared up.
There's so much more that needs to be done and it's all going to get messy again, but I've got a bit of OCD lately.
No, it's not OCD. This injured man is back to work straight away.
I'm obsessed. As soon as I have to navigate and all that, it's not getting done.
No, I would do this. This is exactly the job that you do when you're stuck. Perfect. I've also cleaned up inside too, so I'm not totally useless.
Another rainy day, so we are sorting out the insurance. So for a year, for a 28-foot 1969, I do believe, Colvick Sea Rover, 28-foot, I think I already said that, it costs £251.92 for insuring it, for basically living aboard, to have it in the European inland waterways and to have it in Mediterranean waters. Look at how water resistant it is. Oh, beautiful. That needs to dry out so I can varnish it, and I'm desperate to do the other side, and then that's loads of the wood done. Then it's tiller. We'll do the tiller.
A lot of wood, you can also do that.
The little piece of wood. Oh yeah. The water still high. Water update, nothing's changed. If anything changes, we'll definitely tell you. We're going for a poo now. We've synchronized our bowel movements for extra efficiency. Let's have a look at Nadiana's scraping technique.
Very good. I'm born as a craftsman.
Should be getting a load of stuff delivered from Amazon today, loads of polish and wax and stuff for the hull and the foredeck, so just getting it ready with soap and water at the moment. I just need to tidy up the cockpit and then I'll get started on that. Repeat the same thing, rinse, soap, rinse, soap. So after a hard day's scrubbing, we got some new things through the post from Amazon.fr. Delivered to Mark Batu, good tidings. As you know, we do everything on a budget. So instead of getting the boat stuff, I've decided to get the car stuff. Now, I know loads of people are going to say it doesn't work on boats, car stuff, but it's half the price, and I'm pretty sure it does. I was looking at a lot of YouTube videos, and the clear coat and the gel coat seem to be the same thing, and treating the paintwork on a car seems to be the same as on a boat from every video I've seen. So, polish for the last stage, auto glim. So that's after I've T-cutted it and in some places wet sanded. Got a polishing brush for the end of the drill to buff out the hull.
In French they call it tampon, right? I think that's mine.
That's Nadiana's.
I mean for us.
It's a filter which we're going to use for filtering water. But sometimes, because we can't clean the tank, the water tank, I can't get it out without taking all the woodwork off, so we're just going to filter the water. And I've got 42 pieces of sandpaper from 5,000 grit, which is incredibly fine, probably doesn't even feel like sandpaper, to the roughest stuff that you can get. Lastly, as you know, we're doing it on a budget, so how about some T-cut colour fast scratch remover for all shades of blue. So in some places I'll just use this, in some places I'll use wet sanding and this and polish. Stay tuned because you're going to find out how this goes. Please don't berate me for buying cheap car stuff over the expensive boat stuff. I think this is going to work just fine. We're not after perfection, can't afford perfection unfortunately.
The water tank just needed a clean, but it's pretty impossible for us, as Mark said, because we need to take everything out. My simple solution, we could have bought a water filter, but you have to change the core every time, and we're not really worried about the cleanness of the water, but we're just worried about the particles. A cheaper solution is a water bottle, a reusable glass bottle, only cost €1.75, and a reusable water filter with funnel. Look, that's how much particles after I filled up one bottle. And this cost €13, but you can use this forever, so good solution.
Woo! Alright, just finished editing the video. We are still stuck, and if you managed to sit through 15 minutes of video of this absolute dross, then congratulations, you made it. We hope some of you enjoy the content we've been putting out recently. I think what we'll do is not put a video up on next Tuesday. We'll put one up on Friday, just so that we're not boring everyone with this boat job kind of stuff. Unless you really like it, let us know, and we might put an extra video on. We could record ourselves messing about for days. But apart from that, we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported us both financially and otherwise with your advice, and on the emails as well. It's great to hear from you. The response actually has been amazing. We're so surprised. It might have seemed like we were begging a little bit in the last video, but we didn't mean for it to sound that way. But everyone's been so nice, saying, "Oh, keep at it," and also sending us money through PayPal. So next week we're going to be looking at the hull, and we're going to be polishing it and doing all that good stuff, wet sanding, cutting it and polishing, and she's going to look beautiful. You'll have never seen good tidings looking so beautiful. So see you then, and until then, stay safe, don't do anything stupid.